The new LinkedIn Hiring Pro can't undo your last hire. The human postponer. They were the master of one phrase. I'll circle back on that. But 3 months later, you were the one doing all their work and wondering how big that circle is. But LinkedIn Hiring Pro can take the hiring load off your plate by automating the hiring busy work from the initial job post to scheduling interviews. Hire right the first time with LinkedIn Hiring Pro. Post a free job today at linkedin.com/quality.
This episode is brought to you by San Pellegrino Ciao. A gift from Italy to your home. San Pellegrino Ciao is a flavored sparkling water made with real fruit juice, finished with a pinch of Sicilian salt for a perfectly balanced taste. So which flavor will you choose? Peach, lime, blood orange, cherry, or maybe the all-new limoncello? Crafted in Italy with 0 grams of added sugar. San Pellegrino Ciao. Buy it now.
Hello, gorgeous, and welcome back to the Mindset, Magic, and Manifestation Podcast with your girl. It is I, the Michaela J, here to teach you how to manifest your next level luxe life, baby. Happy Wednesday. Oh my goodness, I missed you last week. I started to feel a little bit unwell, and I'm fucking talking all the time. So I was like, we're going to give it a break so I can rest my voice because we've got a lot happening over here in MJ world, okay? We are in full swing for planning my event, Rich Girl Renaissance Live. And I am oh my gosh, so much has happened in the last week and a half. One, we got my dream venue for the event in Dallas. It is so cute, so gorgeous. Amazing natural light. Like the content is going to be literally incredible. And just this morning, like literally when I'm recording it this morning, I signed with my dream event planner and designer. Like when I decided I wanted to host Rich Girl Renaissance Live, it was back in November. And this woman who I hired to do the decor and put together everything, she was the second inspo I saved in an Instagram folder. The first one was inspo for like promotions. And this was the first one that I saved. I was like, ooh, this is what I want the tables to look like. This is the designer I want. And she was in Dallas. And I remember telling my husband, like, I really hope she can do events because her page was mainly like weddings or birthday parties or like brand launch evenings. And I'm like, I hope she can do a whole weekend event. And we got on a call and it was so amazing. She just like got the vibe. Oh my gosh, you guys are going to love her if she's there at the event. But she had literally a poster on her wall that was like lucky, blessed. It had like 888 on it. Like she is the perfect vibe to be helping with the event. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Like some more of you have gotten your tickets. I literally cannot believe in like 6 weeks, we are going to be in Dallas, Texas. I get to hug you. I get to see you in person. I get to workshop with you, mastermind with you. We're going to twerk to some Drake together. We're going to have champagne and cocktails and mocktails, and we're going to have the best time. You're going to go home with so much content. But really what matters the most to me is you're going to go home an entirely new bitch, like a brand new bitch. I was actually just talking to an amazing woman in the DMs this morning, and she was like, should I join this or Rich Girl Renaissance? And I'm like, girl, Rich Girl Renaissance, get in the room for one. But I told her, I'm like, it's going to be a whole quantum leap in one weekend. And I truly mean that. The version of you who walks in the room and the version of you who walks out are going to be two completely different people. I am so fucking excited. And seeing my clients in person, seeing you in person is one of my favorite things to do in business. And I got to host some of my clients here in Florida 2 weekends ago for a VIP day. And my husband was like, you just love seeing your people. He's like, after you see your clients in person, whether it's a VIP day, a VIP weekend, the retreats I was running in the past, he's like, you always come home with like this fire. Like it ignites me. It lights me up. Like you guys give me life. I'm like, oh, this is why I do everything I do. This is why I put up with the bullshit I put up with. This is what makes it worth it. And I cannot wait to see you in Dallas. Okay, I could just talk for an entire episode about Rich Girl Renaissance Live, but you need to go get your ticket. It is my mastermind weekend in Dallas, Texas, September 10th through the 13th, on how to become the content millionaire. But more importantly, how to go chase down your potential, how to go be the woman that you want to be, how to go make an impact, how to be impossible to ignore online and in person. Okay, I'll see you there. Now, one more thing that I need to give you as a little promo shout out before we get into this reminder that you need to hear is that I have a brand new free masterclass coming next week, August 11th. Now, this time, you're not just getting me. You're getting me and my incredible client page. We are hosting a masterclass called Hot Rich and That Bitch, which is obviously a theme we love around here in MJ World. And I was reflecting today, 6 years ago, I ran a paid masterclass called Hot Rich and That Bitch. And it was all about like the feminine energetics of receiving or something like that. And when I did my podcast live tour in 2024, the theme was Hot Rich and That Bitch. And that was like the inner work you need to keep trailblazing and moving forward with these big manifestations and some of that shadow work that needs to be done so you can be hot, rich, and that bitch. And this time, third time around, Paige and I are hosting this masterclass, but it is all about how to stop manifesting the same shit over and over and over again. If you feel like you're manifesting the same amounts of money, you are manifesting the same type of people or dating interests in your life, you are manifesting just the same clients over and over again, you are manifesting the same results in your business, the same parking spot, the same free coffee, the same whatever, the same old, then you need to get signed up for this masterclass because we're sharing the Hot Rich and That Bitch formula to go manifest new and bigger things. We are going to be talking about why your identity has been stuck in your journal and it's not in your real life. And that's a huge issue. And the missing piece is to why you are manifesting the same things over and over and over again. Okay. Completely free, August 11th. I am so excited. I have so many stories, so many things, so many tips to share with you. And I will have that linked in the show notes for you. Okay. Once you get signed up, go message me over on Instagram and tell me that you signed up for the masterclass because I may or may not have a special surprise for you. Okay. So go get signed up, go DM me on Instagram afterwards. And then while you're at it, just get your ticket to Rich Girl Renaissance Live. Okay. All right. Let's take a sip of coffee and then let's get into this. This is the manifestation reminder that you need right now. And that is your manifestations begin and end with your self-belief. You need to be reminded of this like yesterday, 7 weeks ago, 7 months ago, okay? Especially as we're halfway through the year, over halfway through the year, and you've got big goals that you need to manifest before the year ends, okay? Everything begins and ends with your belief. I don't know if you forgot that. I don't know if you're ignoring that, but you have to keep focusing on your beliefs. A lot of people get into personal development and they do all this limiting belief work at the beginning and they overcome their childhood trauma and their dating history and their money stories and all of that. And then they're in a pretty good spot where they're positive, they're expecting good things to happen. Everything happens for a reason, like trusting the process. But then like you stop working on your beliefs. And if you're not working on your beliefs, you're going to keep running in circles with your manifestations, okay? So if your beliefs are constantly like, every dollar I spend comes back to me times 10, and like that's never changed for the last 3 years, you're going to keep getting the same results you've been manifesting for the last 3 years. If your belief is like, everybody falls in love with me, and that has never changed or elevated, literally everybody's going to be falling in love with you, but nobody's going to be the right person, the right match for you. If your manifestation is every time I launch something, it sells, and that's your belief for the last 3 years, cool, it's going to sell, but like, is it fuck yes clients? Is it sales within the first 5 minutes of dropping something? Is it, holy shit, I have so many people buying and blowing up my DMs. I don't even know how to get back to these messages. Like, have you upgraded your beliefs? Don't forget that you need to do that. You're not better than the work. And I have definitely been through phases in my personal development journey where I felt like I was better than the work, where it was like you fight to get rid of your ego and then you get rid of it to the point where then you develop an ego again. And it's like this weird infinity loop until you get out of it. Like I remember a time where I was like, oh no, like I've got such good beliefs and I've got no fears and I've got this, and that. And then I look back and I'm like, oh, like that was literally my ego talking. Like you're not better than the work. It keeps elevating with you. And if you're not elevating the work and elevating your beliefs and elevating how you view your manifestations, then they're not going to elevate, right? This is a version of manifesting the same shit on repeat, but a lot of times you even have certain beliefs that you haven't even caught up to yet. And, those beliefs have had a certain frequency that have gotten certain results. Whether your results match that belief or not, you're just looping around on the same frequency, okay? Keep running in circles.
This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at accenture.com/Spotify. The new LinkedIn Hiring Pro can't undo your last hire. The human postponer. They were the master of one phrase. I'll circle back on that. But 3 months later, you were the one doing all their work and wondering how big that circle is. But LinkedIn Hiring Pro can take the hiring load off your plate by automating the hiring busy work from the initial job post to scheduling interviews. Hire right the first time with LinkedIn Hiring Pro. Post a free job today at linkedin.com/quality.
And the reason why I wanted to give this to you as a reminder today is that I know so many of you right now are having this feeling of like, fuck, I have so much potential. Like, I'm so good at what I do. My content's amazing. My work is amazing. I'm going to change people's lives, my product, my service, my offer, like me as an individual. Even some of you that I know like want to be public speakers or write a book. You're like, oh my God, like I would be such a great public speaker. Like my book should be on the New York bestsellers list. Like I have so much potential. Yet you also feel like you're wasting it, you're holding back, or you're just going completely unnoticed. And you're like, fuck, I have all this potential. I know who I could be. Like, why aren't people seeing it? Why am I not living up to my own potential? Why am I holding myself back? And even those 3 different responses in your mind, those could each be different master classes in themselves. But the worst feeling is just knowing you have this potential and feeling like you're not reaching it, whatever that looks like. And I want to remind you that everything begins and ends with your belief. Right now, you might have the belief you have so much potential and you're not living up to it. Let's shift that belief then. Don't forget you have the power to do that. This is why this is a manifestation reminder for you. You have that power right now to change how you feel about that. Say, holy shit. Instead of looking at like, I have all this potential, I'm not living up to it. Shift it to holy shit. Okay, just felt like my potential expanded times 10 and I'm ready to get fucking going. Holy shit, I see what's possible for me at the next level. I'm not holding back. Holy shit, like I have so much to give. I have so much I can achieve. I have this version of myself that I can become. I'm not waiting another moment without pursuing her, without being her, without taking action like her, without making changes to align with her. Instead of this like poor me victim, oh, I'm not living up to my potential, wah wah energy, it's grabbing the belief by the balls, switching the narrative and plugging in how you want to view it. Because when your belief is more positive, more uplifting, more abundance focused, that's where your new manifestation begins. Of like, oh my gosh, my potential just expanded. I'm not going to waste another minute without going after it. Now that's your new start line. That was your old finish line. Now it's the starting lineup. Do you get that? So now you've put yourself at an advantage because you've already moved the manifestation forward just because you shifted your perspective and you changed your belief. And when you say, I'm not going to waste another minute, I have this version of myself I could be, I'm not going to hold back another day, you are unleashing a whole new version of yourself. You're finally letting her free. She already lives within you. You need to remind yourself you have the power to change a perspective, shift whatever you are looking at, and it will start to change. Because the moment you say, oh my gosh, I have so much potential, I am not going unnoticed any longer. You empower yourself. You take back the power versus, oh, I have so much potential and no one's seeing it. Like that's giving the power away to other people. Take the power back, change the perspective, remind yourself like you are the manifestation. What you do, what you think, what you say, how you feel all adds up to the life you are going to create. And you need to remind yourself to have the fucking audacity. Be audacious. Go make mistakes. Go just do something. Go shoot your shot. Slide into someone's DMs. Go for the no. if you think back all the way to January and you remember me talking about my New Year's goals, one of my goals for the year was to get 5 no's per week. Okay. Like literally actively seeking being told no. Now, I did kind of shift it a little bit in the spirit of transparency. I wasn't keeping myself accountable to going for it every week. So instead, I created a number. I took 5 times the weeks of the year, and it's like 200 something total. And that's the amount of no's that I am going for this year. In fact, we should do a podcast episode kind of with my New Year's goals recap, or like a progress report almost. Let me know if you guys want a progress report episode. But go for the no. And what that means is you are actively like seeking out somebody telling you no, somebody declining your request. But what that does for you is, 1, it's exposure therapy, but 2, it makes you shoot your shot in ways that if you were going for a yes, you might not do. Because again, your belief might not be there. For example, if I wanted to, let's say, one of the things that I think would be really cool in my lifetime and in my career oh my gosh, I'm getting excited. One thing I would love to do is be a mindset coach for a professional golfer on the PGA Tour. I think that would be super cool. My husband and I love golf, and I can just imagine myself in like a really cute golf outfit, hopping on someone's jet, flying to the Masters, whatever. and being somebody's mindset coach for the weekend, right? I think that would be so cool. So if I were to go for a no, I could message every single of the top 100 players on the PGA Tour saying, let me know when is your next tournament. I'm going to be your personal mindset coach completely for free, just so I can start getting testimonials. This is something I want to pursue. Let me know what tour you're doing and when you'll fly me out. I'll do it completely for free for the weekend, and I'll cover my accommodations. Like that would be me shooting my shot for the no, because so many of them probably wouldn't respond or would say no, or they don't know, or they don't need that. But there's going to be that one person that would say yes. And then your life completely changes because you shifted your belief. If I was going for the yes, I might be nervous. I might be afraid of failure. I might be afraid of looking stupid or embarrassing myself, or, oh my gosh, are they going to think I'm desperate? But I'm literally going for the no. So it clears out all of that resistance. Your manifestations begin and end with your belief. I'm going to go for the no, so I might as well shoot my shot. The belief is I might as well go so big they literally tell me no, because that's the goal. While knowing in the process of acquiring no's or declines, you're going to get a yes. This is where you really start to change your beliefs. You have to put yourself out there. I actually heard one of my coaches say this today. She's like, the only way that you can build real confidence is have the courage to go do something that you're not confident in, which is so true. When I decided to launch Rich Girl Renaissance, I had no confidence. I had certainty that the event would be incredible. I had certainty that I would make it happen, but did I have confidence? No, I had no idea what I was doing. It's the first time I'm doing something new, but I had the courage to do it. And I knew I was relentless enough to figure it out along the way. And through the process, I have acquired confidence because I went and I did something that I didn't have confidence in, and I proved to myself I could do it. That's where you change your beliefs. But too many people are stuck in their resistance and they're stuck in the negative perception of where the reality is right now. And I just want this to be your reminder that you can completely change your life in 30 days. If for the next 30 days you decided I'm going to literally be insane and I am going to shift all of my beliefs to be big and wild and crazy, like 10x beliefs, batshit crazy beliefs, I'm going to be insane and I'm going to shoot for no's and I'm going to have the audacity. And if I make mistakes along the way, I make mistakes and I won't shame myself for it. I will know that I just stumbled on my way uphill. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to shoot my shot. If people say no, they say no. If people laugh in my face, they laugh in my face. You will be so much further along.
The new LinkedIn Hiring Pro can't undo your last hire. The human postponer. They were the master of one phrase. I'll circle back on that. But 3 months later, you were the one doing all their work and wondering how big that circle is. But LinkedIn Hiring Pro can take the hiring load off your plate. by automating the hiring busy work from the initial job post to scheduling interviews. Hire right the first time with LinkedIn Hiring Pro. Post a free job today at linkedin.com/quality.
This episode is brought to you by San Pellegrino Ciao. A gift from Italy to your home. San Pellegrino Ciao is a flavored sparkling water made with real fruit juice, finished with a pinch of Sicilian salt for a perfectly balanced taste. So which flavor will you choose? Peach, lime, blood orange, cherry, or maybe the all-new limoncello? Crafted in Italy with 0 grams of added sugar. San Pellegrino Ciao. Buy it now.
Your life will completely change, and you will also realize that people want to give you what you want. This is one of my favorite beliefs, and it is so fucking true in life. People want to give you what you want. People want to give you what you want. I have a perfect example of this. Shout out to my client, Sammy, who I've worked with for years and is a friend of mine. She eats a lot of chicken. She's going to laugh so hard. You guys are going to meet her at Rich Girl Renaissance Live. The very first time Sammy came on a retreat with me, we had a private chef that cooked all vegan food, and Sammy barely eats vegetables. I'm just calling her out. She loves chicken. And the next retreat we had, I went like above and beyond to make sure that there was chicken. I went to the store, I bought the wrong one. I forgot she was gluten-free. Every retreat she went on, I was like, I got to find chicken. I've got to make sure there's chicken. Because I want to give you what you want. She came to one retreat, and then I found out how she eats and that the food we were having was not going to be working for her. And I was like, okay, then this is what we have to do next time. I want to give you what you want. People want to give you what you want. It's the same thing for me when I go to restaurants and I tell people that I'm vegan. Sometimes the chef will come from the kitchen. The waiter will get the chef. They'll come and they'll say, I'm going to make you something vegan. I'm going to make you something special. They want to give you what you want. But so many of us have this programming that means we're a burden or we're an inconvenience and we're asking too much. We're being too much. We're being picky. We're not being grateful. None of that shit's fucking true. Literally none of that is true. People want to give you what you want because people want to see you happy. There is nothing better than giving somebody something that they wanted and seeing how happy they are. Like when I randomly buy my husband a pack of beer, he is the happiest man. Men are so simple. It's like people want to give you what you want. You're going to really realize this once for the next 30 days, you go fucking crazy. And what ends up happening when we tie this back to the potential conversation is that your potential actually will keep expanding because you are. So if you've been feeling like I have so much potential, like I feel like I'm not getting there, I'm not using it all, I'm not soaking it up, like decide right now you have potential and you're not going to waste another minute. You're going to go after it. Put the power back in your hands. Say for 30 days, I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to shoot for nose. I'm going to shoot my shot. I'm going to have the audacity. People want to give me what I want. Well, then show me that. And then while you're in that process, you will feel your potential expanding and expanding. Because what you will manifest more. You will connect with more people. You will open yourself up to more opportunities. Your energy is going to change. Your mindset's going to change. And when all of that changes and expands, so does your potential. It's never ending. But you have to have the belief first. The belief has to be empowered. It has to be positive. It has to be, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to give it my all because that's the kind of person I am. I can manifest whatever I want, so let me ask for something bigger. Because if your belief is just, I'm afraid of being told no, I'm afraid of failing, I could never do that, but it's not really working right now, people aren't really noticing, then you will never go and do the things you want to do. You have to choose. You have to choose where your manifestations are going to begin by choosing a new belief that puts you further along. And all that has to be is your own positivity, your own self-belief, your own audacity, reframing how you're looking at your potential right now. Everything will change when you start to change this, okay? Re-listen to this, really soak this in, decide that you're going to go be insane, even if it's not for 30 days. Say for the rest of this week, you're going to shoot your shot for things. And just see what happens. Let me know what you end up manifesting. Come back to this episode on Spotify and put in the comments what you end up manifesting because you went for it. I'm so excited to see what this creates for you. I know this is the reminder one of you needed, and I can't wait to hear how this goes for you in the comments. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.